So this trip is pretty significant to me because it's the first time I've traveled out of Vietnam since 2011 and the second time I've been to Thailand again since 14 years ago. Thaitails was the first proper furry convention I've attended since there was no such thing to the same scale and officiality in my country. It's also the first time I've met my Indonesian friends in person and traveled with them around Bangkok after the convention was over. And overall, it was certainly an experience to say the least. Here you can see me just walking around the hotel room testing out the body cam. Not much to show here aside from how nice the room is. I don't think I've got to stay in this sort of place before. It's very nice but also very expensive. I think it was around like 2000 baht a night. Which is why Kyoko only afford like 2 rooms for 2 days and I shared with my friend Loxi. Anyways, the next morning after having breakfast, I went over to the venue to check in, got my con badge, went back to grab my stuff before heading in, and man, is it crowded. I didn't really know where to go at that point, so I just sort of hung around the back rows. I don't think I ever sat down once because I felt like that would obscure the view, since my camera didn't exactly have the best field of view. At some point, I just began walking around the back area, just mostly admiring the fursuiters. Some of them were really nice and cute, like these two that I ran into at the dealer's den. I think up on the stage, the MC was talking about safety regulations for the con or something, and some other related events. Oh yeah, did you know that the 2 furries got married at this con? That was kind of wild. I wasn't there for the wedding, but still. But yeah, aside from that, I wasn't really paying attention to whatever was going on. There was a lot of people in there and it was kind of overwhelming for me. But I guess it was also just nice just walking around, look around and taking in the atmosphere. It was at a corner I met some friends and people I didn't think I would run into. Here's Kiro with his friend Tux.
Kiro. You're on camera by the way. No.
It was neat meeting him here, even if his temperament wasn't in the best place. Probably because of how hectic the venue is, and he was doing some sort of photo shoot later on. I did take a picture with him here. I also stole his fursuit hat for a bit in the night before. It was kind of funny. And here is when I ran into Luxy, which kind of have a funny story about how I knew this guy. So years ago, he was a co-owner of a local CSGO community server. It was late at night, we were playing DE Train and he was raging at some random players. And me, being kind of the piece of shit that I am, wanted to do a little trolling and I initiated a vote kick against him. So he got really angry and he just permabanned me. I didn't get to play the server again for 3 or 4 months, but after a while I noticed that he actually unbanned me and I was back again. Of course I gave him a lot of more respect this time around. At some point the interaction between us was just business related, just me buying or donating to the server, stuff like that. Yeah, I mean I didn't really talk to him that much. We did interact a few times on the Facebook page of the group. Of the CSGO group. So yeah, we weren't really friends, but still it was really wild, like just running into him in the elevator of this furry convention in Thailand of all places. In the footage, I gave him some stickers after saying hi to him, and he kind of just excused himself away and we kind of just move on. And this is where I ran into Anatoly, who for some reason Kiro kept referring to as Anton.
Holy shit, my dear!
Is that? Yeah.
It's Anatoly.
I know. I recognize.
Cái Philip không đi à?
Philip chắc không biết nhưng mà Philip lần này như là có tổ chức đó.
Có tổ chức năm này có đấy.
Yeah.
Range right here, by the way.
Năm nay có tổ chức, năm nay đánh nhau to hơn đấy. Vậy tí nhá.
Okay.
He's someone I met with and spoke to a lot back in 2018, 2019. But after the whole COVID thing, we just kind of drifted apart. I generally did not expect him to still remember me and give me such a warm welcome. I briefly ran into Nerdy Wolfie here.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, you got a suit?
I got suit and also I got the formal suit.
Nice.
Not a suit, but still.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh yeah, the Kia give you these, but they want to give you some stickers
Sure.
inside and also
Put down here.
there you go.
Alright, thank you. I'll give you the name card later.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Alright, I'll see you downstairs.
All right.
I met with him back in September 2024, I think. September or maybe mid August, I cannot remember exactly. But here I was kind of in a hurry because I wanted to meet up with a Vietnamese furry friend, Paige, which took me down to the escalator on the other side of the venue. Eventually I did find him, and I also met Sparrow Coat there.
Oh, see you.
Oh, hey.
Hello. Finally.
I think I saw you yesterday. I say hi to you and you didn't say hi back.
Where?
Down at the lobby when everyone is together.
I was like jet lag and I didn't.
You were like disassociated. Hey.
Yeah, I was so disassociated.
Yeah.
Super. Oh yeah.
Take a picture?
Yes, well, I'm actually recording right now. Yeah, so yeah, you're on camera.
I am with my Facebook friend now.
Yeah. So
Happy
give me
memory.
a second.
Oh hell yeah, it's the Wii.
Here, have these stickers.
Thank you. I'll check it out later. Is
Alright.
that Cody? No, it's not Cody.
No, it's Tensai, it's my friend.
Oh, okay, thanks, guys. Gotcha. Do you have to leave soon?
No, just because my group is going to the mall.
Oh.
So, yeah.
We got to the mall last day.
Oh, Sparrow. Hello. Same. Okay, Ross, well. Give me a second. Here, have the stickers. Yeah. So, when did you say hi to me yesterday?
When you were on the couch, disassociating real hard, and then
Oh.
Carol was introduced you.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, like yeah, I was like I was going through it.
I don't remember your face. I don't remember your face, and I was like, that's gotta be Ryu, right?
Yeah.
But it's okay. Don't worry
No,
about
but
it.
like I didn't really. Yeah, like if not for the bash, I probably wouldn't recognize everyone.
Hell yeah, it's fine. We meet I'm better once.
Yeah.
My bad is just simply I drew it because I don't have time to do it.
I hired the kind to draw it, but he messed up the font.
Oh,
It's,
why you submit this picture?
oh, it's a default picture. And because I'm standard.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
No, but like he messed up the font.
Yeah, he should have flipped it.
Yeah. So I guess this the female Ryu is canon.
Alright, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah, it was nice. It's actually really nice to be here the first time.
Yeah, me too. I'm enjoying the association.
Yeah, so I'm just walking around recording.
Hell yeah. Go.
But yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going back for now.
See ya later.
See ya.
Kind of why, because Sparrow was someone I knew and talked to a bunch back then, back in 2011, 2012. On the Dragon Adopter side, it was like a web game. If you still remember that, like bless you. But yeah, after that, I think I just went back to the hotel room because we were getting ready to explore the town, heading to Central World in Bangkok with the Indonesian crew. The afternoon trip with them was nice, albeit very exhausting because we were pretty much walking all the way. And maybe to our ship for that, the weather was also quite hot, much like in Vietnam, like the kind of humid hot. It's very, very unpleasant. Although it was for kind of funny seeing Ronald McDonald doing the namaste gesture like that. After getting to Central World, we headed to the top floor where the food court was. This was pretty good, but this Northern Thai curry noodles was by far the best thing I've eaten here. It's so delicious and really reminds me of the kind of French-inspired curry that mom would make at home every Christmas. I guess because of the amount of coconut milk that she used. But yeah, after that we did go by a bookstore, which isn't like too dissimilar to the ones back in my country, like just 20% books and 80% anime merch. It was funny finding figurines and Blue Archive stuff there as well. Then we happened by a Bloody Bunny merch shop, which Loxy was obsessed with, and I think we returned there the next day. I bought a few stuff there for Kiro as well. Overall, it was nice. Pretty good first impression of the con. Everyone was friendly, and what surprised me, what I found most interesting was that even the security personnel were also furries. Which I don't know, it makes sense, right? It makes sense like logistically, but also it's just wild. Like every anime convention I've been to in Vietnam, we don't really have the same luxury. Basically, like people just hire the same roster of tired, grungy uncles who work for security firms. So like you get those kind of people running security for the event. Never really anyone of our age, and also like into the same niche interest, I guess. But yeah, I don't know, like even though it was nice, for the most of it I still found myself rather disconnected. Maybe because despite traveling with a bunch of furries, none of them were super interested in the con and just mostly hung out the hotel room with each other, or just spend time in other places and not exactly at the con. I mean, after all, it was kind of an impromptu vacation for them. I did not expect to run into so many people I knew here though, like of all places. And later on in that evening when I visited Kiro, I sat down with all of his friends there and just hung out with them, and at some point he kind of told me like, hey, like not everybody forgets you. Maybe everyone just got busy with life, and if we can meet each other again, and it will still be the same as before, and or something to that caliber. I cannot remember the exact wording because it's been months already and so many stuff happened in between, but still it shocked me a lot. I think the next morning I kind of sat in the bathroom and I cried before I headed back to the venue for the dealers then.
It's Loxy.
Which yeah, the next day I went back there to kind of walk around a bit and enjoy the bustling atmosphere of the artist venue. Just bought some stuff for my friends, for myself. I met quite a few furry artists I recognized there. Sadly, I could not record much because I think the venue did not allow people to record the artist venue. It was only much later on when the initial like surge of people kind of dwindle. That was when they let you hop off the hook and you can start filming stuff again. But at that point, I kind of did not have my body cam on myself anymore because it was too obvious, I guess. So yeah, the recording was kind of short. Yes, but still, some of my friends went down there too. After the con, we packed up and I actually went back to put some Rio Intensa stickers onto this board, which I thought was neat. The second leg of the trip was after we moved hotel to a secluded neighborhood in Bangkok with quite a few Indian immigrants actually. most of the rest of the trip was walking around Bangkok, taking the metro to get from here to there. Which I won't lie, it seemed convenient at first, but the humid heat made all the trekking a living hell. Which was why I did not really bring the body cam along to record anything. It was simply too hot and too unpleasant. Funnily enough, after listening to the metro announcers so much, the next station line kinda stuck in my head. And being Vietnamese, I felt like I had kind of somewhat of an advantage in how to mimic the tone of Thai, even though I don't speak any of the language, which is สถานีต่อไป I don't know, every time I think I pronounce it a bit incorrectly, but every time I say that, it always impressed my Indonesian friend, like, hey, like, how did you say mimic it so well? Which, yeah, I don't speak the language, but still, it's kind of funny. So we started the third day by heading to a mall. I kind of forgot the name, but what made this mall cool is that each floor had a different theme and aesthetic, kind of resembling an airport terminal actually. Aside from that, I snapped a few pictures of stuff I came across along the way. By noon, we headed to a pretty fancy hotel. Had lunch with Kiel's associate. He's a very friendly guy and left us a bunch of gifts after we left the hotel. Then we boarded a ferry to cross the river. And headed into the Platinum Mall in Pratunam, where we spent most of the afternoon. It was very tiring walking around so much, but the wait was kind of worth it because we soon had dinner on a cruise ship. The queue was very long and it was very tiring waiting outside in the heat, but once we got on board though, the food and the atmosphere was very nice. And this is kind of funny, but I saw from the performers there was a very pretty lady boy there, and I mustered up my courage to say hi to them, and yeah, took a picture together, but somehow I still end up messing up, like making myself look so awkward by smiling like that. Oh god. But yeah, when we headed back, I think that was where we bought some souvenirs. Maybe mostly me. I bought a few stuff, some snacks for my mom. We actually came across a booth that sold some essential oil, and I bought like 3 of them, I think. Yeah. Then when we got back to the neighborhood, I decided to try out one of the Indian restaurant nearby. I did not know what I was thinking. I just wanted to get something interesting, so I looked at the menu and I picked the chicken rice. And holy heck, the portion was huge. I have made a severe and continuous lapse of my judgment. I do not expect to be forgiven. I'm only here to apologize. I managed to finish like 80% of it, but regrettably had to throw out the rest. I just couldn't finish it, and by the next morning the rice kinda went back. I felt really bad. I really tried. And on the final day, we went to an onsen, which was an interesting experience, like skinny dipping in the hot pool and then go straight to the cold pool. And it was also where I had my first Thai massage. They sent me a masseuse actually. She's a very nice lady. She was like very concerned for my well-being because I kept running so much through the whole massage. But yeah, it was interesting. It was nice. Then afterwards, we headed to the highest tower in Bangkok. It has like a proper name for it, but I cannot be bothered like trying to recite the whole thing. But yeah, that one was cool. Stepping onto the high rise was kind of scary though, looking all the way down. For some reason though, the sky there kind of felt slightly foggy. I guess I don't know, it's probably just the weather. Oh, I forgot about this, but on the way down from the tower, there's actually like half of the other show. So there was like a laser show and all the cool interactive puzzle thing going on down there before we headed to circle around to the entrance again to and then leave. But it was very cool actually. I never expected to have that much fun like going through the area like that. And in the evening we headed back to the neighborhood and had dinner, did some laundry. I think I just spent the evening like taking a bath, trying out the bath bomb that we bought, and before we knew it, the next morning came and it was already time to say goodbye. I had my final breakfast there, grabbed a taxi and then headed home. And I wouldn't lie, Thailand was nice. It was very interesting. It was very cool to be there again like after 14 years. Everything changed so much. The place felt very developed and like felt like a far cry from what the city was like all those years ago, and even compared to Hanoi. It felt like very advanced, developed, but somehow I don't know, somehow I still like Hanoi better. It felt really nice to be back in Hanoi again. Like at least I can read the signposts and all of the billboards and understand what they say. And yeah, like something about the way the city developed in Thailand that kind of made me feel sad. I'm not sure why. It's like the way that they are very developed and advanced, but somehow when I look at the people, they don't seem very happy. Maybe I'm reading into it a bit too much, you know, because I cannot tell. But yeah, that aside, traveling with my Indonesian friends was interesting, but they had such a packed schedule that I felt very drained by the end of the second day, right after the con. And the last 2 days, I felt like I was just going through the motions, which kind of sucked. As well, my mind was still so preoccupied with recent events, like things that I have yet to really move on from emotionally and mentally. Which was, I guess, which is one of the things that kind of dampened my enjoyment of the trip. Even though I really put in the effort to make the most of it. Still, in hindsight though, I felt like it was kind of ironic, like the conversation I had with Kiro and about how we can still remain friends with each other, or like how people can still be friends even if they don't interact for a long time. Like how if we met with each other again and nothing bad happened between us, we can just kind of pick up where we left off and continue from there. But I don't know, it felt kind of ironic to me because after the trip, like none of these people really contacted me about anything again. I mean, that's fine. That's just how life goes, I guess. So I know I've been sounding like such a downer towards the end of this video, but I suppose that's just kind of me trying to process the whole thing, as I'm still trying to process it now. But admittedly, I kind of got off on the wrong foot at the beginning of this trip. On the night before the trip, before flying to Thailand, I got sought out by a person I had quietly walked away from a month ago, who then berated me for walking away, calling me names, all of that. And even though I handled it as calmly as I could, it still left me pretty much ruined for pretty much the whole trip. And given everything else, it was very, very hectic when it happened. It wasn't until like 2 months ago or so where I begin to feel like I finally digested the whole thing, as I sat with it. Even though after like the trip, even more stuff piled up, it's kind of a doozy trying to think about it now. But well, I guess that's just the transient nature of life. Everything is impermanent and ever-changing. At least according to Buddhism. I mean, still, I'm not really here to just wax philosophy or trying to impart some kind of wisdom, do anything grand. Making this video could probably be seen as an outlet for me, I suppose. But yeah, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching, and I just know that I really, really appreciate it. Thank you.